what is a conventional loan, then I want you to think of that it's a loan with no government involvement. If they talk about an FHA loan, a Federal Housing Administration loan, it is a government loan in that the government insures the loan. They're not originating the loan. It's still Wells Fargo, B of A Chase, or a mortgage broker. Still this primary mortgage market is doing the loan. But if you meet the qualifications of this type of loan product, then the government will actually step in and insure the loan. But like any insurance, you have to pay premiums for certain insurance coverage. The premiums you pay with an FHA loan are called MIP, or mortgage insurance premiums. Mortgage insurance premiums. Mortgage insurance premiums. Now, a characteristic of an FHA loan, not a unique characteristic, but a characteristic, is that they require low down payment. Low down payment. And for test purposes, a rental is okay with the FHA. Meaning, if you're going to buy a home that you're not going to live in as your owner-occupied home, you're going to use it as a rental property. You can still use an FHA loan in most cases. So a rental is okay with the FHA. A rental is okay with the FHA. Now, a VA loan, a Veterans Administration loan, which is not for everybody, you got to be a veteran, right? Is there as a benefit, as an incentive to help veterans. So the government says, you know what, we're not going to insure it where the borrower needs to pay a premium for that insurance. We're going to stand behind that borrower and guarantee that loan for the veteran. So no insurance necessary. So the VA guarantees that loan. And California always has to do it better. So what they do is they do a Calvet loan in which they use a certain financing tool called a land contract, where the borrower, in this case the veteran, doesn't have to actually get a loan. The Calvet system will buy the property, and then the veteran will make payments to the Calvet using this financial instrument called a land contract. So if on the state exam they ask you, what does the FHA do to loans? They insure loans. What does the VA do to loans? They guarantee. And what does Calvet do? A land contract. Now, a VA loan has a very unique characteristic that in most cases, depending on the purchase price, it requires no down payment. No down payment. So if a test question says, which loan usually requires no down payment, the answer would be a VA loan. Also, as a benefit, instead of a traditional appraisal, what's required on a VA loan is something called a CRV, not that little Toyota car, but CRV stands for a certificate of reasonable value. A CRV. So if a test question says, which loan requires no down payment and uses a certificate of reasonable value, then the answer would be the VA loan. But it does have to be owner-occupied, meaning the veteran must live there. Now with a land contract, because the Calvet is actually buying the home and then allowing the veteran to make payments, the veteran doesn't get full legal title immediately, as you do with a VA or FHA or conventional loan, but they get something called equitable title, which gives the veteran the right of possession. The right of possession. So if a test question says, what loan product has equitable title, it would be the Calvet land contract. Now, land contract is just a financial instrument that you and I could use. If you owned your house cash and you wanted to sell it to me, and say, Armando, let's do a land contract or a real estate sales contract installment sale where you just pay me, and when you finally pay me everything you owe me, I'll give you the full legal title. So we could do a land contract. But it just so happens that Calvet uses this land contract tool to help veterans. Okay? So, FHA insures, but you have to pay premiums called mortgage insurance premiums. but a rental is okay with the FHA. The VA guarantees the loan. No down payments usually required. CRV, certificate of reasonable value, as opposed to an appraisal, but it must be owner occupied. Calvet uses a land contract. What the buyer gets in a land contract purchase is equitable title. Equitable title. Okay. Let's go to number 31.